Happy to everyone. I am Dr. Vincent Saharaj from the Postgraduate and Research Department of Economics, State Art College Autonomous, Tirupattur. Today we are going to talk about the entrepreneur and its characteristics. The agenda is we are going to introduce about who is an entrepreneur, what is entrepreneurship, and what is an enterprise, and the characteristics of an entrepreneur. First, we are going to talk about who is an entrepreneur. According to Peter F. Drucker, he defines an entrepreneur as one who always searches for change, responds to it, and exploits it as an opportunity. The entrepreneur is someone who is a source of new ideas, offerings, business, and initiatives. He is innovative individual. He is an initiator to the beginning of an initiative, a project, or a business. The entrepreneur is the backbone of an venture. He is the one who takes the responsibility. An entrepreneur is someone who not only ideates but the one who converts the mental construct into a valuable innovation entity or business. Yes, he finds and builds values. He is the one who's ultimately responsible for the success or failure of the venture. This makes his job riskier than normal jobs. Simply, we can say an entrepreneur is a visionary creators of thriving enterprises through relentless pursuit of opportunities. Next, we are going to entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is the ability and readiness to develop, organize, and run a business enterprise, along with any of its uncertainties, in order to make a profit. The most prominent example of entrepreneurship is the starting of new businesses. The definition given by Joseph A. Schumpeter: entrepreneurship is any kind of innovative function that could have a bearing on the welfare of an entrepreneur. In short, we can say that entrepreneurship is the transformative journey of turning ideas into impactful businesses. What is an enterprise? Enterprise is the business unit involving risk and uncertainty. It serves as the framework within which decisions concerning the utilization of raw materials and other inputs in the process of production. It implies the harmonious interrelation or service of functions and staff primarily for the purpose of making, selling product or service. In short, we can define as the enterprises is a dynamic and organized entity driven by innovation, collaboration, and growth. Go to the characteristics. Before we are going to talk about the characteristics, in short form, entrepreneur is a person, entrepreneurship is a process, enterprise is an outcome. Characteristics of an entrepreneur. The first one, hard work. A successful entrepreneur is one who is willing to work hard from the very beginning of his enterprises. An entrepreneur with his tenacity and hard work and pervasive perseverance can review his business even from the verge of collapse. The next characteristics is business acumen and sincerity. Business acumen stands for shrewdness and ability. Again, the success of an entrepreneur depends upon the sincerity of the people be- behind the enterprise. If a person is sincere about his venture, he will move heaven to earth and earth to make it a success. The third one is prudence. A successful entrepreneur must be prudent in all his dealings. He should have the ability to work out the details of the venture from all angles, assess the favorable factors and pitfalls, and take suitable measures to overcome the pitfalls. The next one is achievement motivation. The achievement motivation is the most important characteristics of an entrepreneur. Since all that characteristics emanate from this motivation, he must have a strong desire to achieve high goals in business. In fact, this achievement motivation helps to him surmount the obstacles, suppress anxieties, repair misfortunes, and devise plans for success. The next is self reliance and independence. A successful entrepreneur wants to follow his own routine policies and procedures, and he does not like to guide by others. He is found to be self reliant by acting as his own master and making him responsible for all his decisions. He does not like to work for others. The next characteristic is highly optimistic. Successful entrepreneur is always optimistic about his future and he is never disturbed by the present problems. He always expects a favorable situation for his business and hence he is able to run his business successfully in the midst of temporary hurdles. He does not allow the past to obsess him. The next characteristic is keen foresight. An entrepreneur must have keen foresight to predict the future business environment. He has the capacity to visualize the likely changes to take place in the market, customers' attitude, technological development, government's policy, etc., and take timely actions accordingly. The next characteristic is planning and organizing ability. An entrepreneur is a firm believer in planning and systematic work. Above all, he must have the ability to bring together all scattered resources required for starting a new venture. The next characteristic is innovativeness. When all is said and done, innovation becomes a different task. One should be always innovative to satisfy the varying demands of customers. For this purpose, the entrepreneur should initiate research and innovative activities to produce new goods and services. It is a never ending process. The next, risk taking. An entrepreneur is not a gambler and hence he should not assume high risk. However, he must love a moderate risk situation, high enough to be exciting but with a fairly reasonable change to win. The next characteristic high level of energy. Entrepreneurs are more energetic than the average person. That energy may be a critical factor given in incredible effort required to start a company. Long hours and hard work are the rule rather than the expectations. The next, maintenance of public relations. The extent of maintenance of public relations or human relations has a vital role to play on the success or failure of an entrepreneur. A successful entrepreneur must have cordial relations with his customers to gain their continued patronage and support. He must also maintain good relationship with his employees with a view to motivating them to higher levels of efficiency. Similarly, he must maintain good relations with his suppliers, creditors, and the community at large so that he may succeed in his venture. Finally, communication skill. Communication skill is the secret of success for most entrepreneurs. Good communication skill enables them to put their points across effectively with clarity and thereby helps them to win customers. So these are the characteristics of an entrepreneur. Then next we will discuss about the qualities and all other factors of entrepreneurs in the upcoming slides. Thank you.